Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for another anime first impression video. This is going to be on an idol anime, and if you have any experience in my channel with first impressions, idol animes are always a toss-up for me. And this one was interesting. It did pique my interest. Not sure if I want to actually complete it, but I do actually want to watch maybe one or two more episodes to decide if I'm going to watch it completely or not. It is the anime Ave Mujica, The Die is Cast. Now, Ave means bird, Mujica, music. So that's all I know from that name. And then the Die is Cast. Not really sure what they're doing with that, but it was an interesting first episode. It had a good twist at the end, which honestly I thought was gonna happen. I mean, you knew it was gonna happen, but I thought it was going to happen later on in the season, and it just happened in the first episode. So, before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing, especially if you want to watch these first impressions. I have a lot more set up. My wife just made fun of me for having a calendar of all the Crunchyroll, High Dive, Netflix, Hulu, everything. Even Amazon Prime, I think, has a special one releasing this time. I have them all in one calendar set up, and she saw it yesterday. So I am prepared this season. Please do subscribe, give some love in comments in the comment section below what you think about this series. And by the way, those who are commenting, thank you so much. I will be answering those today, hopefully. So I do appreciate the love. Okay. Ave Mujica, The Die is Cast. Well, first, like I said, it is an idol anime, drama anime for sure. And I mean, it's an all-female cast. I don't know if that's important. There's obviously male characters, but they're not important per se. Well, actually they are, I guess. So I wouldn't consider it an all-female cast only, I guess. There are, I guess, parents that are dads, males, that are important, at least in the first episode. So, the episode starts with them rocking out on a song. They're a group of girls that wear masks, and that is their identity. Like, people don't know who they are. Everyone really kind of follows them for different reasons. One, their music, but two, it's the whole mystery. Who are they? Like, why are they hiding their identity, right? So, like any idol group, they're trying to work up to the big stage, the Bubunakan or something like that. I forget the name, but it's a big stage in Japan. That's their goal, and they make it at the end of the episode. But they're working hard to it. In the band, there is a few characters that don't really stand out too much, but there is for sure three. One that's very shy, who's protected by who seems to be the leader. She's very much like control everything. She doesn't let them have the mask off away from the changing room. She's very much like, we can't tell people who we are. And the third character, she is the wild card of the group. She likes to do wild stuff. She tells her, like, we should unmask ourselves. Like, why are we wearing masks at this point anymore? Like, let people know who we are. She's very much like, yeah, she is the wild one. So they contrast with each other, but I guess they make it work. I don't know. We get the story of the leader in this episode. And if you've ever watched idol animes, a lot of the times what they do is each episode is based on one of the idol members, and then eventually the end of the anime, like the last 5 episodes, it's the actual full story of everyone together. But for the first episodes, we kind of get introduced with these characters, and we get the introduction of the lead member. And she essentially comes from a very wealthy family. She had a working father who was working under the company of her grandfather from her mom's side. Her mom was teaching her piano, very much in the arts. And then all of a sudden the mom dies, and it all kind of goes downhill. The dad is blamed on a a mistake that the company did. We don't really know if it was his mistake, but he was blamed for it, so he gets fired. And the grandfather tries to like automatically adopt her, and she's like, yeah, you shouldn't hang out with him anymore, you're gonna be my daughter now. And she's like, no. So she takes the stuff that she thinks is important. One of those things is her mother's dolls that she used to have on the piano when she learned piano. She takes that and she finds her father in this like dinkety apartment complex. He's in the floor unconscious almost, and he basically has developed a drinking addiction, and he's drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking. This hurts her a lot, so she, as a middle schooler, tries to get a job and trying to figure something out to basically make ends meet with the issue that's going on with her father. With this, she does form a band, and I'm not really sure, this is where I got a little confused. I'm not really sure if the band that we see in the present time is the same band that she made in the past, because at some point she tells the band that she's going to get out of the group. So I don't know, I wasn't really 100% sure if she stayed in the band or if she got out of the band with her friend and formed a different band. But what ended up being is essentially the dad got way too deep into his depression, because at the end of the day it's depression, and he started taking it against her. He's like, I hate seeing that my daughter is a good person, and you know, it makes me feel more like trash, stuff like that. And like at one point he even throws the beer at her, and like she decides to run away. And this is like before the big concert, so that they go to the big concert. It's present time again. The girls are all ready, they have their mask, and their whole ordeal is to like have a little play before their music, and she's leading it, but then the wild card jumps up and starts revealing everyone's mask, starting with herself, but takes everyone's mask off. And all the characters that are in the group are either ex members from other bands, or they're daughters of very wealthy people, and so on and so forth. And the episode ends with the leader unveiling herself. Again, she's known because her grandfather owns a big company and stuff like that. So everyone kind of goes insane about it, and the episode ends with basically her saying like, this was the beginning of either the success or the death of our group. And that's how the episode ends. I really enjoyed the drama. I'm gonna say some idol series that I've seen, the drama is very much like, I want my dream to be successful, but there's so many struggles, but the struggles are not like big struggles. Like it's like I don't know, like saving up for a piano or something like that, which again, I know it's a struggle for some people, but at the same time it's like, it's an everyday struggle, I guess, because I have everyday struggles like that. It's like, yeah, I can't afford a PS5. Yeah, I have to save up for it. Of course you have to save up for your instruments. Like I play instruments as well, so if something that I buy an instrument, I have to like plan like almost a whole year to buy an instrument, because yeah, instruments can be expensive. So I guess I don't really see the drama in that, but the drama behind like, I guess, psychological trauma, that is what intrigued me from like having a father who, like, he is going through things, and even though the anime obviously is making him look like the douchebag, like the worst parent ever, like we also like adults and kids, if you're watching this as well, stop and think like, he is also going through stuff. Like, she lost her mother, but he also lost his best friend, his wife, so on and so forth, and his job. Like he has nothing left to live for, is what he thinks, which he should be really focusing on his daughter, but he's not. So and that is all because of the trauma and the depression. Like when I go back to it, is really taking over him. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the psychological side of it, and because of it, I'm gonna give this one a 6.5 out of 10. Don't think it'll be top 5 for people, but I do think it's gonna be one that's gonna turn heads. So go check it out. There is 3D animation mixed in there. A lot of the idol shows have that, so it's nothing new. So go check it out, give it some love. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm still in my van. I'll be hopefully home in 2-3 days, so see you guys then, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.